What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be Financial Fridays. So for today's finance tips, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the different types of ways to pay for a car at a dealership, and also the rules that go along with those payment types. So it may seem like a weird subject to talk about, but there are different ways to pay for a car at a dealership. So with that being said, let's just jump right into it. Alright, so the first way that I'm going to tell you is to go to your own bank and ask for a pre-approval. I would go to the dealership first, get a deal set in stone with the sales manager. If you want to find out how to get a deal set in stone, I'll link a video right here somewhere. It teaches you how to negotiate and get your car price down to where you want it. And then, so once you get that paper signed by the sales manager, you're going to take that paper to your bank. The bank is going to ask you what the sales price is. They're going to ask you if you're going to trade in your car or not. They're going to ask for your debt to income. Some banks do, some banks don't ask for that, but just in case, just have that handy. They're going to ask what dealership it is, the dealership name. They're going to ask what car it is, how many miles, what the year, what the make, what the model is of the car that you're trying to buy, just so that they can get an estimate of how much that car is actually worth and seeing if it's a risk to finance that car for you or not. So that's one way. Regardless if you get a pre-approval or not, the bank's going to go through the same steps. The only benefit of it being pre-approved for a car is you can go into the dealership. You know exactly how much you're supposed to get because the pre-approval check has a certain limit to it. So that's a benefit of it. And then also it helps you negotiate with the dealership. So let's just say you went and got a pre-approval before you got the deal set in stone. You can actually take your pre-approval check. You can say, all right, I got a pre-approved check for, let's say, $30,000. And the car that you're looking at is $32,000. The dealership will see that check. They will be more obligated to accept your pre-approved check because it's not too far off of the asking price. And cars on dealership lots, especially brand new cars, they're very negotiable. People may say they're not, but if you show them money, it's like if your friend came up to you and said, I'll buy your car off you in cash. I got the money right here. But they didn't give you the full amount that you're asking for, obviously you're going to take it, especially if it's close enough to your asking price. That's 90% true. I'm going to say that 10% is not true just because of the fact if the car is too new, like let's say it's a brand new model or something that just came out, they're not going to drop the price just because it just came out. If it's been sitting on the lot for like, I'd say about a month or two, then they'll be more obligated to accept your offer of a lower price. So that's also mentioned in the video that I posted up there. Another way to finance a car from a dealer, I don't really recommend this way, but sometimes it does have its benefits to it. Before I start with this one, just do not sign any papers regarding your credit before the dealership accepts a deal with you. If you're okay with that deal, then go ahead. If you don't want to go through your bank, you can use their bank. So that's the next option, is to use their bank. On that piece of paper that you signed for your credit to be used, you can tell them to only use it through their bank. I highly, highly, highly recommend to put your foot down on this one, because if not, they're going to do what they call shotgunning your credit. What that means is they're going to shoot your credit application to like 6 or 7 different banks. And whichever one comes back approved first, they're going to use that one. So that's just the dealership trying to get a sale out of you. That's just the dealership trying to get money. That's just the dealership trying to get a deal done. It has no benefit to you whatsoever. So I highly recommend put your foot down and to request to only get one bank. For example, let's say Toyota. Let's say you're buying a car at Toyota. You could tell them that you want to do Toyota Finance and Wells Fargo, whatever your bank is. So Toyota and Wells Fargo. That's the only 2 people that you're authorizing for them to use your credit with. If they do anything else other than that, then you can go about doing your law, whatever, figuring out how to sue them, whatever. Or you can fight it on your credit. So Make sure that you request only 1 or 2 banks when signing in a credit application at the dealership, because if not, then they're just going to shotgun your credit and it's going to look bad on you. Your credit score is going to drop. Next thing you know, you don't end up in a car, and at the same time your credit went down. So make sure you look out for that. Don't hurt your credit if you don't have to. If you're not sure about the car, don't even hit your credit. Don't even sign that application, because once they have your social security number and your signature, you're done. They can take that paper and go scan your credit and shotgun it to whoever they want. So first option, pre-approval at your bank. Second option, going to the dealership and asking them to see if you're qualified to get a car. The third option is leasing. So leasing a car is like renting a car. It's a lot simpler than people make it. That's why leasing a car is cheaper, because it only finances half of it. There is probably a different percentage. It's not exactly 50%. I'm just throwing numbers out there right now. But I do know that's how leases are cheaper, is because they don't finance the full amount of the car. It is harder to roll negative equity from a trade-in into a lease though. Majority of dealerships, they only accept up to $5,000 negative to roll over into a lease. Leases are just a little bit more strict on how many miles you drive, the length of the term of the loan and stuff like that. But you can trade it in like any other car. Once you have a lease, you can trade it in like any other car. Every car has a value, so they'll just pay off the rest of it, whatever. I'm not gonna get too complicated into it, but leasing is the third option. And the last way to buy a car is in cash. So not many of us are big ballers that can go out to a dealership and just drop like $10,000 on a car, $20,000 on a car, whatever it may be. Rule number 1 of being a cash buyer: don't tell the dealership or the salesperson that you're paying in cash. Don't say anything about cash until you're in the finance office with a signed sales receipt stating that the sales manager will sell this car to you for this amount of money, signed by him, whatever it may be. Do not say anything about cash until you have that paper and you're talking to the finance person, because once that deal is set in stone and it's signed on like that, they cannot change the price. If you tell them that you have cash and you want to buy a car in cash, they're going to change the price on you, because they charge a fee for using cash and paying in cash. So if you don't want to pay that fee, don't tell them anything until you get that paper signed and you're in the finance office. There's not really many benefits to buying a car in cash other than the fact that you don't have a car payment and you don't pay extra money in interest. It's totally up to you if you want to buy in cash, but like I said again, don't tell them that you're paying in cash until you're in the finance office with a signed paper from the sales manager stating that that is the final price that he is accepting. Alright, so that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section down below. If you have any questions on finances or fitness or whatever it may be, just comment down below and I'll be sure to make a video about it. I'm open to any requests that you guys have. Give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. If you want to see my future content, please subscribe, hit that bell for notifications to let you know that I uploaded a new video. And I upload every other day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with a different video. Mondays is a vlog day, Wednesdays is a workout day, and Fridays is a finance video. So if y'all are interested in that, subscribe and turn on that notifications. As always, keep it cruising. See you guys next time.
And there she goes. Heart that pounds like a stereo.